Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we're doing a review, impressions of a couple of knives I got in the pass around. QSP sent in the knives to our pass around, so we had a chance to check out these. These are the QSP Canary Folder, and it is a knife that's pretty cool. It's a little folding knife, a little, rather small one, but really nicely done. And what makes this one unique and what makes this a unique release is that these are in Ultem. And you have the dark stone washed, and then the regular 14C28N blade steel. Very, very cool knives. So we'll go ahead and do our review and kind of talk through all the various things that we normally do and kind of get into it. All right, so the knife name is the QSP Canary. I do not know, well, I know the manufacturer, obviously, it's QSP. I believe it's an in-house design. I don't know if there's a particular gentleman or lady who designed it. I don't have those details, and I couldn't find them. So I'm going to assume this is an in-house design. Very cool little knife. The handle materials in these particular set is Ultem, and it is textured. And I don't know if you can see that. It's nicely textured, and it's got speed holes, which, you know, does a whole lot for weight relief. It makes it very comfortable, gives enough traction and grip, so that's pretty nice. Blade steel 14C28N. They are steel liner locks, which is really nice, easy to access. It's been cut away, easy access there, little jimping on the liners, which makes it great. They are thumb studs. Works really nicely as well. Has a deep pocket carry clip that is reversible, so left and right hand, ambidextrous, rejoice, lefties, rejoice. I think that's cool. It is a drop point on both of these guys, and I personally like the non-black one. I know a lot of people like the black with Ultem. I think this looks better, but that's just my opinion. You know, it's, yeah, you buy what you want. That's the whole point of this. That's why they offer. That's why they give us options, so we can get what we want, and I think that's cool. So. How does the knife work? It is a thumb stud deployment. As you can see, thumb studs work really well, both front and reverse flicking, and it also works really well left-handed with the front flipping and reverse flicking as well on left-handed, which I think is great. Now, this does have a little bonus because it's a full, if you can see that, it's a flat grind all the way up to the swedge, so it gives me a little reverse bonus flicking, which is a middle finger reverse flick. So I can get my finger in there on here and just kind of reverse flick that. So I think that's kind of a cool little, nice little bonus. Now, this is stone washed on this one, so it does work over here, but if it was like a really bead blast, it would be more difficult. But this works really well as well. So I like, oops, gotta get your finger on there, and then flip it. So does it work left-handed? Yeah, it does too, because it is a liner lock. So that means my finger's not putting pressure over here to do that as well. Now I will tell you, black stone wash gives you just a little bit extra traction. So what's nice about that is I can do the left-handed flick a little bit better over here. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so that's the materials. That's how it opens and closes. Thumb studs, you got full flat grind, so you got a bonus flick there, I would say. Stone washed, black stone washed, which I think is great. There's, you know, and that's what it is. It's a liner lock. Both of them have great relief cut, easy access. There's not going to tire your finger if you like to fidget with your knives. So I think that's great. Lock type, we talked about. So let's get into the measurements of these guys. I assume they're going to weigh pretty close to the same. We'll find out. See what kind of tolerances we have here, right? Could it be the black PVD coating makes it a little more heavy or heavier? So we got 2.5 ounces on the black one, 2.5 ounces on the non-black one. So, you know, they're pretty consistent. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so let's get our measurement on, trying to find my ruler. All right, so these should be almost identical, right? So yeah, they should be. So let's give it overall measurement. We're looking at a knife that's about 6.5, 6 5/8 total lengths. We've got a grip handle here that's about 3.5. You got a grip here that's about 3.5. It goes all the way to the very back if you're willing to let your finger go over. I don't know if you could choke up a little bit. You might get 3.25. It's pretty much the same for both. From the tip to the top of the handle, we are less than 3 inches. So, but total cutting length, we're about, I want to say 2 3/4. So that is the cutting length of the knife. Now, they both do stand out, so I can get the blade stock thickness here. We'll do that here. All right. So we'll measure it between the two. So this one says it's 111th or 112 thousandths of an inch. Let's see, are they pretty consistent between the two? 100 yeah, 111, 112, 113 thousandths of an inch, so about 0.11, 0.12 inches. So, you know, it's not a super thick blade, but it's not a super thin blade, but it's still a pretty thin blade. So that's nice. All right, so I have large hands, and I can get a full grip on here. It's right at my max. I could choke up as much here, and I can have a little room. If you have double extra large hands, I think you could, you know, 3.5 finger it. I think that'll be fine. All right, so the measurements aren't too terrible, and I think that's pretty good. Now, the cost of these knives, typically, the Canary is about a $42 knife, I think. I think that's about what it charges. I know at White Mountain Knives, that's what they charge. But the Ultem is about a $64, $63.75 knife. That's what it is at White Mountain Knives, as of this video, which I think is a pretty good deal. I mean, it's 14C28N, it's Ultem. Now, do I think you should pay extra for Ultem and a whole extra 20 bucks? I don't. Ultem is, I mean, I guess if you really like the Ultem color, there you go. Go for it. Personally, I would have liked something like, I know, black G10 or something, you know, something like that. To me, that I would have enjoyed that more. But, you know, to each their own, right? They do have a black G10 version, but I would have liked to have a black G10. Oh, they do. Yeah, they have a black G10. Looks like with 14C28N, and that one's like 42 bucks. So, I mean, you know, not a bad little knife. I think that definitely worth considering for sure. Now, if you like Ultem, you know, here you go. It is cool, I guess. I'm not a super fan of Ultem. I don't feel like, you know, this pull to Ultem. So, yeah, it's a budget knife, which I think it's great. You know, this is definitely going to be budget, whether you pay the 42 or the 63 or 64. You know, they're both budget knives. Is it EDC? Absolutely EDC. That's what this is intended for. A nice compact EDC, deep pocket carry clip, can be completely concealed. This will be great. And you know, if you get an all blacked out one, then you know it's perfect for EDC. You know, it's very clandestine, so that people don't get freaked out. You know, if you're carrying a pocket knife. Is it hard use? Well, it's hard use as you can. I mean, it is a liner lock. It is 14C28N, which is one of the, you know, it's a great budget steel. You know, Ultem can stand high heat and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think that's good. G10 as well. I mean, so yeah, hard use. Is it hard use like you can go whack and chop wood and cut wooden blocks? And, you know, no, it's not an axe. It's not a fixed blade. So, you know, treat it like a folding knife. Is it a collection piece? You know how I stand. It's a budget knife. I don't think it's a collection piece. But you can collect whatever you want. So collect what you want. Design. Let's talk about the design. The handle, the jimping, thumb studs, all that stuff. So I think the handle is comfortable. It is chamfered all the way around. You can see that nice chamfering. There's no real super sharp edges. It's comfortable in the hand. The clip is nice and rounded. It's got plenty of room to get in and out of the pocket, I think. And that makes it very comfortable in hands. No hot spots. I enjoy that. It's comfortable. I wish there was a little jimping up here. It's not critical because you do have the thumb studs, but it works well. It's a nice, slicey, cutty knife. The thumb studs deploy this really well, both front and reverse. We talked about that already. I like that. You got the bonus flick with the middle finger. Absolutely. So all that stuff is nice. It closes really well. The action's beautiful. This doesn't have skiffs in it, but man, action's really great for non-skiffs. They are cage bearings, so that's cool. So let's talk about fidget factor. So you have thumb studs. Thumb studs work outstanding. They work really well. They work both ways, so that's great. I love the bonus flick. This absolutely gets it a 4, a solid 4. 4 out of 10. This would have been like a 2 or 3 out of 10, but this absolutely gives it a 4 out of 10. So, nice. What do I think about that 4 out of 10? I'm going to give this a good 95. 95, yeah. You know, why not 100? I don't know. It doesn't feel, wow, like 100, right? It feels absolutely solid, absolutely great, works fantastic. I would have given it 100 in a heartbeat, but you know, it doesn't pop like when I give 100. It just automatically calls out to me, right? And this one didn't. I mean, I think it's great. It's outstanding. It's phenomenal. I think it's a great knife. It's definitely something I'm going to be buying as gifts for sure. And I think that's really something worth considering, these guys right here. So, a solid 95. It's absolutely a solid A. Overall thoughts. Is it recommended? Absolutely, it's recommended. It's going to be a recommended budget knife. I think these are great. I really do. Now, I had one that came in at first. I forget which one it was. And, I got it directly from QSP, so just like everybody else, if I'd gotten it directly from them, and we had issues with one of them. I think the detent ball wasn't seated correctly, and it made it super, super difficult to reverse flick. And I'm not talking like, oh, the detent's strong. No, no. I'm talking like you couldn't break it. You literally, I had to use 2 fingers, left-handed here, 2 fingers, had to go like this. And even then, I mean, it was ripping my finger. I mean, I honestly do not believe even Kevin from Lefty EDC could have flipped. I could have reverse flicked this as a lefty. I don't think he could have. I think it was way too strong. I think he would have made note that it was a little too strong. I think there's something wrong with the way the ball was seated. But hey, the point of that is it happens. It happens to all of us, right? We don't get some super special, super top of the line QC 10 times kind of knife. We get a regular thing. And so what did I do? I reached out to them, and you know what they did? They replaced it. They replaced it like a good company would. And the replacement was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think it was this one right here. I think it was the plain one, and which is fantastic. And this one is actually now, I mean, I thought the black one was fantastic. But I think I like the plain one even better. This one's even better than that one. So there you go. I think that's great. So definitely recommend it. Fantastic knife, something worth considering. Definitely a budget realm. If you like the Ultem, 63, 64 bucks, absolutely great deal. If you don't, you want to spend 42 bucks, hey, get the G10. Definitely another a knife worth considering. So there you go. Hey, if you have any questions, comments for me, for the channel, about the knives, let me know in the comments down below. I do try to reply and talk to everyone as best as possible. And hey, if you found this content fun, interesting, worthwhile, entertaining, or informative, would you please consider hitting the like button? If you've already hit that like button, would you please consider hitting the subscribe button? Subscribing and liking the videos really helps out the channel. It allows the channel to grow, allows the channel to do more things, allows the channel just to be able to, just produce more content and ultimately do more things for you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And hey, to all of you guys who watch the videos, who like, who subscribe, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. All you guys are amazing. And if you haven't already, hit that notification button so you can be notified of future content like these videos. And also to my channel members, I want to say a big thank you. Appreciate every one of you guys. This channel is doing what it's doing, a lot to do with the members that I really appreciate. I know you guys have wanted to be a part of this and have really, it's been very encouraging. Very encouraging, you guys. You guys help me to produce more content even when there's times when it's rough, and it's tough and work is hard. And so I appreciate you guys. I just want you to know that. And hey, if any of you guys are thinking about being a channel member, you're on the edge, maybe on the fence about it, hey, check the description down below. There's a link for it. I have 3 different tiers. I'd love to have you. I'd be honored. I really would. And as my way to say thank you, I do a once a month giveaway. I give everybody who's a new channel member a sticker. And then if you were to become an Uber nerd, the top tier, you'd get a special sticker. Also, different levels, you get early content, exclusive content, all sorts of good stuff. So I just want to say, that's my way of saying thank you to you guys. I appreciate you. All right, enough of that. So, hey, if you haven't already checked me out, maybe over on Instagram as well, at Robs_nerdy_knives. Again, check me out over on Instagram at Robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a great day and a great week. Bye.